Good afternoon, Knights. Thanks for joining us. I'm Garret Thomas, and today is Wednesday, March 18th, 2021. Here's your nightly news update. UCF is increasing random testing for COVID-19. Officials say they will be testing about 500 students, faculty, and staff members every week for the rest of the spring semester. The rapid COVID-19 tests are administered in Parking Garage A. Students, faculty, and staff on campus will be selected at random for these tests. Administration will notify those who are selected with more information via their Knights email or ucf.edu account. La Fossa has existed for about 6 years, but after so long, Assistant Director for Academic Advancement Programs Natalia Toro has become president of this association. La Fossa gives a voice to the Latino faculty and staff community and is able to advocate for the UCF community, including students. La Fossa's new president hopes to accomplish many things during her term.
As a new president, I hope to grow and strengthen the association, and along with my board, what I'm really hoping is to bring our community closer together so that we support and champion one another and our students.
La Fossa creates events such as My Graduation, where Latino faculty congratulate Latino students. Toro wants to voice the needs of the Hispanic community. She hopes to help the Latino faculty so they can better serve UCF students. You can follow them on Instagram at LaFossa_UCF. Spring break is here, and students from all over the country are traveling to Orlando. Nightly news reporter Jessica Tucciaroni is here to tell us how companies are dealing with increased travel.
Travelers are in Orlando for spring break. Tyler Gibbs is an engineering student. He is a Disney season pass holder who loves spending his free time at the theme parks.
It's like it's one of our hobbies basically. So like we just go there to, take our mind off of school and like all our other problems and just, chill out, ride rides, have a good time. So it's just a way to relax for us.
Although he goes to the parks often, Gibbs says that he will wait until the end of April to go again. This is because for the next 2 weeks, spring breakers are traveling to Orlando to visit the theme parks. According to the Disney availability calendar, most, if not all, the theme park reservations are booked for the rest of the month. Jonathan De Arujo is the owner of the Vacationeer, a professional theme park travel agency. He says there are many factors as to why travelers are returning to the parks this spring break.
We got all the stimulus money. We got money that we saved from not eating out. We've got all this money. We're going to Disney World.
This week, Universal Orlando also warned visitors that they expect their theme parks will be extremely busy during the next 2 weeks and may reach capacity. I am here at the Universal Orlando Resort theme parks, and let me tell you, the crowd levels are crazy. I spoke to a few team members, and they told me that today was the 4th day in a row that the parks had to close due to capacity restrictions. Both Disney and Universal expect all guests to follow their safety protocols while in the parks. In Universal, Jessica Tucciaroni, UCF Nightly News.
For more information on park capacity, guests can visit the Disney and Universal theme parks website. UCF's plan to resume all in-person classes in August could bring back in-person theater. UCF Theater has released their 2021-2022 season production list for the summer, fall, and spring semesters. Nightly News reporter Philip Wright tells us more.
As Broadway projected their reopening to begin on May 30th, UCF Theater has also released their 2021-2022 production lineup. These shows range from Shrek the Musical to Fabulation or the re-education of Udin. UCF Theater is currently in the early stages of planning and won't have finalized protocols until the fall semester. Nevertheless, this has students very excited. UCF Theater Junior Shamad Muhammad says he feels safe about the return to in-person performances.
I think it's safe because UCF now, with their in-person shows, with the social distancing and the masks, they have been doing a great job with implementing those COVID guideline rules. They made sure that everyone is tested frequently and so that everyone is not there's no any outbreaks.
Muhammad says the shows during COVID were harder to perform in, but very much doable.
UCF Theater is still in the pre-planning stages of how UCF Theater productions will return back to in-person. Many students a part of the UCF Theater program now are still very much excited for the in-person productions that are going to be happening very soon.
UCF Theater junior Raven Lawrence talks about how excited she is for the likely return of in-person theater productions.
I'm actually really excited that we're transitioning back because doing Zoom performances, it's not as fun, and I miss that connection with everybody and all that stuff. But because as a performing arts program, we do not want to be shut down again.
Audition dates for the upcoming productions will become available soon. In Orlando, Philip Wright, UCF Nightly News.
For more information about theater productions and auditions, students can join the UCF Theater Listserv. UCF announced they will be offering a new degree in Big Data Science starting fall 2021. According to UCF, the need for data analysis is rising, putting the demand at 2.72 million new jobs posted in 2020. The Bachelor in Science degree will be offered by the Department of Statistics and Data Science. It will span a variety of sub-disciplines, including mathematics and statistics. If interested, you can apply in undergraduate admissions or visit the registrar office at UCF. The Asian Pacific American Coalition is hosting several events in celebration of Asian Pacific Heritage Month. Nightly reporter Christian Felt will tell us more about the events they have planned.
As part of the opening ceremony for Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, members of the Asian Pacific American Coalition, or APAC, met near the reflecting pond earlier this week to kick off this month's festivities. The president of APAC, Adrian Lee, says Heritage Month is especially important due to the rising levels of xenophobia following the outbreak of COVID-19.
It's really important for us to be aware of the hurt that a lot of students are feeling at this time. And it's even more important for us to provide spaces for students to come learn about these histories, about why these assaults take place, and how we as students can take action.
Members of APAC say that this year Heritage Month will include workshops that confront controversial topics, but also provide students a safe space to share their experiences.
APAC works with 16 other student organizations to host Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. With the theme In the Margins, participants will focus on the resiliency of the Asian American community this past year.
UCF President Alexander Cartwright kicks off the virtual portion of the opening ceremony by discussing racism against Asian Americans.
We denounce the violent and racist acts like those that have been experienced by Asian Americans across the country this past year. There is no place for this behavior at UCF.
The U.S. officially recognizes Asian Pacific American Heritage Month throughout May. APAC is celebrating Heritage Month early so that more students will be on campus to participate. In Orlando, Christian Felt, UCF Nightly News.
Activities and events regarding Asian Pacific American Heritage Month will be held through April 6th. Now let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today's high is 89 degrees with mostly sunny skies and a 30% chance of rain. Tonight the low is 60 degrees, so you may need a sweater if you plan to go out later. Tomorrow's high is 75 degrees with mostly sunny skies. In sports news, the UCF baseball team will be without starting third baseman Matt Archer for the rest of the season. Archer injured his leg Sunday afternoon while celebrating the team's walk-off win over UNF. Archer had started in all 15 games prior to being injured. Head coach Greg Lovelady confirmed that Archer has a torn ACL and will miss the rest of the season. Lovelady says this is a huge blow to the team and he will be hard to replace.
Tough one, man. He's a great kid and a big part of our club, and just an emotional leader and a defensive leader and just a spark plug type kid. So, we're going to miss him.
Lovelady said they will put in whichever player is hot at the moment. One name mentioned was infield Andrew Brate, who is expected to be cleared to return after getting a concussion in the preseason. Make sure to tune into Nightly News Friday at 1 p.m. for more in-depth sports update. That's all the time we have for now. Make sure to keep up with all that's happening throughout the week by following us on Instagram at UCF Nightly News. And check back here tomorrow for another Nightly News update. I'm Garrett Thomas. Thanks for watching and have a great day.